Welcome to Stranger Connections, where I celebrate wonderfully weird people and quirky stories. I'm your curious beast and host, Lisa David Olson. Invite me to your next event. I am the area's only interactive speaker and improvisation ninja. So invite me to your event. All right, today we're going to kick off Humor Month with somebody I've been following for quite some time. Cannot believe she's here. Please welcome Carla Collins. What?
You say Carla Collins. It's like my American family in Michigan.
My Minnesota accent? Is that what you mean?
Maybe I just go Wolverines is what it's making me. It's giving me those vibes. But I'm so thrilled to be on your show, Lisa David Olson. 3 names.
Oh
Hot.
my God. Well, because Lisa Olson's so common that I had to steal some from my husband. So that's all that is. But now the
Okay.
magic is gone now that you know. But you are, let's see, comedian, actor, writer, MC. Did I read auctioneer?
I do. I've been auctioneering lately. I'll be auctioneering for the Our Lady of Malibu School coming up this month. In fact, bringing me back from last year, there is about 40 items. So it's just tantric of me up on stage, just pitting wealthy Illuminati people against each other. Just come on, you're in Malibu. It's for the kid.
But you came from a different background, did you not?
Oh, there she is. That's such a hideous picture.
So those of you on just audio will have to head over to my YouTube channel to see that Carla Collins was a weather girl when they were called weather girls, apparently.
I was a weather girl. That was my very first TV gig. And I'm going to tell you, I was like 24 years old and I'm like, I have made it, bitches. I'm on national TV. Don't even.
I got your cold front.
Oh, don't look. Well, it was the early days of the Weather Network. And I like to tell this story that, they were still working out the glitches and we were live. It was also out of Montreal, but the English, even though I speak French, I just mainly did the English side, and that did not broadcast to Montreal at the time. So we're like ghost broadcasting. And one time it was just the giant letters fog behind me for 5 minutes, just a giant letter F, like a filthy episode of Sesame Street. And I don't know what I spoke about for those 5 minutes. I remember my boss saying, you could have just left the frame. And I'm like, no, I'm in it now.
Is that when you found out you could just go with it and just make things happen? Or did you already know that before you started being famous telling the weather?
My boss was like, could you please do something else? I don't know that, even though I stayed with broadcasting for a long time. So I did try out comedy very early on. I immediately got put in Just for Laughs. It was great, except for I had a gigantic nerve problem. I could not eat for about a week up until the show. And I was bullied like crazy. I didn't have a thick enough skin for it, Lisa. Oof. I mean, the other comedians were men and women, horrific to me. It was all Bambi does comedy, Weather Girl tries comedy. So I pieced out and said, I don't need this. I'm on the Weather Network and I had a radio show. So I'm like, and I left it. And then I just became an age a while ago where I don't care what other people think. And now I could do 45 minutes at a garage sale. Like now I can't wait to get on stage. I've become the trope of it's my only happy place. So no more nerve problem. It's good therapy. And you really have to be in love with it to do it. And so I did come back around. It's a 2-parter.
Yeah, but you do so much with, I know you just said that you're fluent in French. So that is because of where you live.
Because of my mom, yes, and I do come from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So there was a pocket. There's a big francophone population there, and so I went to an all French school. So I have great language skills and 0 math skills, not unlike Barbie, but like not French immersion. I mean, there wasn't a word spoken in English. So I'm very grateful for that because it's so great to learn a language when you're a kid. Because you don't care if you make mistakes and your ears more receptive, I think. So, yeah.
Oh, that's incredible. Well, no wonder you have the French character that you do. That is fantastic.
Soufflé is my love letter to France. I lived in France, did a third year university there, and that's where I started on radio. I was Les Heures Chaudes avec Carla. Nobody could say my very Anglophone name. My mom was a Giroux, but Collins is my dad. So yeah, I started this because I just feel like the French are just so confident, and Soufflé is my alter ego. She's who I wish I was instead of just a goof. But yeah,
Have you
she's
been
hot.
the character Soufflé at comedy shows as well?
Just in the last year, I started bringing her out and doing comedy clubs. And I would show up as Soufflé in the lingerie with the, the faux cigarette holder. And it's so liberating to do a character, and so, and then, then I went back to the Comedy Chateau and they're like, where's the French chick?
Because
And
you're in
sometimes-
underwear.
Well, mostly, yeah, she's in the French lingerie with all the but not Amish underwear, but I mean, I'm not in a G-string or anything. I've got the
Right,
great.
but girl, you have a hot body. Come on.
Oh,
you might as well show it.
Thank you. Well, that's just because I work out so I don't go to prison. It's again part of my therapy. I'm a very manic, obsessive person when it comes to things. So if I get into working out, I'm working out right now. I'm clenching right now.
Kegels, everyone. 1, 2, 3.
That's right.
And there,
so, yeah,
release.
sometimes this year Soufflé opened for when I was headlining, and people were you this? They didn't cop to that it was me doing both, and I'm like, really? I'm just wearing a wig. Like, you can't come on with this, Oz. You know very well it was me in both characters. It's the same outfit, kind of same fishnets. So yeah.
So you would do that character as the opening, then come out as Carla.
Yeah, I would. The MC would bring me out, and then a couple other comedians, and then I would headline as me.
You tell me how many comics open for themselves. That is fantastic. Never heard of that before.
Look at you saving people money. I'm my own opener. It's very meta.
We'll share a room. It's fine. I'm fine.
Perfect.
And so you call yourself an emotional support cougar as a joke, but you're also huge into animals. Like, do you have a pack of something at your home?
This is the first time that I am without pack. I lost my little doggie last year. And she was the last of 3. So it's just and because, she was basically, I don't know where I stopped and where she began, because I had her categorized as a service dog. So brought her to Canada. I do have some cats on my friend's farm in Canada. I got into cats. At first I was like, what's with the cats? I get enough rejection in Los Angeles. But all the animals, horses. I was like an aging Disney princess. I had chickens in the bathtub. I had cats and dogs and a horse. And, they would dress me in the mornings. I'm like, what? MC Hammer pants? No, I'm not wearing statement pants. So, but yes, I just finished writing a book that's like a children's book, but mostly it's just an inspirational book. It's more of a self-helper called The Wah Wah Way. And that's an homage to my dogs, especially Dr. Zira.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I like them more than people.
Understood. I wave at dogs. I'm that idiot smiling and waving at dogs. And the person might wave back. I'm like, no. It's your Labrador. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not talking to you. And you have a dog, right?
We do. We have Munch. Yeah, a rescue dog.
I love Munch.
Munch is
I've been
ridiculous.
stalking you too, girl.
Oh, good. Then she's my straight man.
Yes.
And yeah. People hate puns, so that's my love of puns, is people pretending to hate them, but they're addicted. They're just not going public.
My mom loved puns, so I find it an homage to her. I'm down for a good pun, so you don't have to, no apologies for me.
Almost all of the things you do are puns. I look at the titles of your shows and they're killing me. I should have written a list, but every single thing that you have, I'm looking at your list right now. I'd see Chuckle and Chill. That's not a pun, but it's a very great play on words. You have so many plays on words. People should just look at all your stuff. Let's talk about Chuckle and Chill.
Yeah, I'd love to. I should have been like a copywriter or something, because that's my word play is my thing.
It is,
I have only 3 skills. Well, so Chuckle and Chill kind of happened on accident, as they say, but it falls under my laugh of attraction umbrella, Lisa. And this is just as the Jean-Claude Van Damme was hitting. I would go to this wellness center, of course, in Los Angeles, where, everyone's a guru.
Yes.
And it drives me crazy because I was writing my own meditations, because the ones online, there's the guy with the British accent who I think talks down to me. And then there's a woman with a faux accent, I'm pretty sure, who kind of sounds porny. And then my yoga instructor literally said, and now take a deep breath in through your vagina. And I was like, what? And of course I giggled like a 14-year-old, because that's my sense of humor, like a 14-year-old boy. And I'm like, can it breathe? Do I have to find an N95 mask? Where will I find one so tiny? So I found, like, it's very intimidating here. And a lot of my friends were like, even the word meditation, I took it out of the title because, I was just trying to take the woo-woo and the cringe out of it.
Right.
People would say, oh, I don't want to, I'm too intimidated, I'm doing it wrong. I'm like, it's just breathing and relaxing. So a breath guy didn't show up. And I said to my friend, look, I'm going to do some comedy, and then I'll lead everybody through like an authentic guided meditation. It's not me talking about dating or something while you're meditating, because that would be annoying. Yeah. So I came up with that. And because I know, and at first people were acting like I was inviting the Bloods and the Crips over for brunch at Gwyneth Paltrow's, because the comedians are like, I don't want to get all spiritual. And the spiritual people, are you making fun of us? But it's the same brainwave, laughter and meditation. And I think with the whole rapture adjacent times we're living in, we need a great way to uplift. But I just feel like what did my friend say? He's like, oh, I get it. The comedy's like the lube for the spiritual stuff. And it does. It just, either it gets you out of your own head, or people hear about my life and feel much better about theirs. I don't know why it works. And then I started doing like, Laugher-mations, like things like, I'm so wealthy, I'm wearing Fruit of the Illuminati underwear, and like my skin's as smooth as jazz. And then now I'm doing vision pop boards, which I hadn't done art since literally high school. So my art teacher, Mr. Olson, and I, who are Facebook friends, is very thrilled. I started doing vision pop boards, and that's where, if you send me a couple pictures you like of yourself, I put you in the center and everything, things you want to manifest. Nice. And then you've got original piece of art, but you can use it as your wallpaper for your phone. So you're looking at it all the time.
Oh, so people can just go to your website and order something like that?
Well, probably hit me up on Instagram. They can go to the website, but those are pretty recent. So they're not on the website just right now.
Yeah, I saw one of your posts. So I was looking at the board and I'm like, so you draw those?
I do. Yeah.
Girlfriend, you do it all. And you have a tarot deck coming out this year.
Yes, Tarot Grigio. So it's a comedic tarot deck. Like, instead of the hangman, I have the well hung man. Instead of the magician, I have the fluid druid. So it's all the thing. No, I only have 2 skills. It's just really arts and fine arts. That's it. I'm really, honestly, I'm completely useless in any other area. Like, this has to work.
Oh, otherwise, if you were good at math, it would be so sad, because I like all these parts of you.
Well, thank you. Those are my only. Yeah, no, it's very extreme. These are just that's it, really. That's why I did the Chuckle and Chill, because I'm like, well, I do voice work and I can write and do comedy with my phone sex adjacent operator voice. But anything else, like, I'll be looking. It takes me 45 minutes to work a microwave. It's really.
You don't have people for this? Oh my gosh.
Oh, I can't wait to imagine me with people. It'd be unstoppable. I really would be. But
I love that Chuckle and Chill and how you came across that. There is no accident. It was just the time was right and you were open to it. So there's so many times we have that opportunity and don't have the brain to accept it and go with it. That's the improv way, is to step forward and go, I don't know, but let's see what happens. You do that on the daily, and it provides so much excellent content, because when you laugh, you release endorphins and serotonin, your blood pressure goes down to float right into a meditative state. Brilliant. It's like, that's the ultimate. I love that so much.
Well, I just went through I'm someone who, I'm pretty hyper. I shake like a chihuahua on meth after a couple of 5-hour energy drinks. And my mom had always been into meditation, and I know how amazing meditation can be, but it's hard for me to settle down. And then when I'm just alone with my thoughts and demons, I'm like, oh no. it's just me rocking back and forth naked with mustard smeared on my face, like, with a physical Lipitor and a warm bottle of Hennessy. So I found, though, if I was laughing and just like doing yoga or working out, you exhaust yourself like a toddler. I'm a colicky adult. And then I would more easily go into it. So I just thought maybe it would help some others. And apparently they can get into a relaxation and, they get into that state a lot faster. And it just combines two of the things I'm most passionate about. Now, if we can get some goats in there or something, and we work animals into the LAAF attraction, boom, it's the three-way I've dreamed of.
Well, potty trained goats. Let's make them potty trained. Because I still don't get goat yoga. I don't get it.
No, I'm a big yogi, but I have not done the goat yoga.
Samesies. Yeah.
It's just having a sentient, adorable being on you. I've done puppy yoga.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, downward dog, I guess it makes sense.
Exactly.
We have something else in common, which is I have posted a few things in the shower, and you have posted from the bathtub with strategically placed bubbles. How do you get your do you have a camera crew? How do you turn it on, get the bubbles strategically? Do you have a bubble suit? I have all these questions. Let's talk about your bath.
You're thinking I might have a bubble butler, and I wish. And his name would be Cavendish, and he would bring me warm kittens instead of moist towelettes. He would.
And he'd run your microwave for you.
Yes, someone should. Yeah, that one was shot with a fabulous producer, Penny Edmonston, and a great animator who was our director, Tom Moser, both FB pals. And so, yeah, that you need a crew because, there's the camera angles and it's also, and we're in a really, like a really janky motel in the valley. But
was
there was
it
a
really?
very deep tub.
Oh.
Yeah.
And people are watching camera
like
crews. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Sorry, I have a Motel 6 bathtub. It would show everything. The whole other shoot.
Please don't run the Luminex lights in here. What are those called? The crime scene things?
Yes, yeah, exactly. That mine would be on like Lonely Fans, where it's just me, like, yay. So,
well, you said you've got a kid's book coming out. That was a surprise. I found out that you have a book that I think it was it 2020? That you have angels, vampires, and douchebags, which is.
It was actually 2010.
Oh, was it? Okay, 2010.
Yes.
And it's a 3-part book or in sections, yes?
It is, yeah. It's I'm big on 3s. I guess the rule of comedy, right?
That's right, girl.
Yeah, so it's instead of being a self-help book, it's another self book. It's how to navigate because you've got in your life angels, vampires, and douchebags, the wonderful people, the people who suck your energy, and the D-bags, and we're all a combination of all 3. So you just want to lean into the angels. And again, that was my first, that was my sort of my OG, my origin story of combining comedy with wellness or self-help.
I love that. But I think, and that's on Amazon and Goodreads, right?
Yes, it's on those. And now I have joined, speaking of 3-ways.
Yes, we are.
Segue. I recently joined a podcast just to be more like you.
Oh, everyone should be.
Obviously, you're my shiro. But there's a couple, Jimmy McCammon and Grace Faye McCammon. He's a wonderful tech dude. He's our producer. She's a fabulous jazz singer. And they have a podcast called LAAF. And I was a guest in December. And then they asked if I would join as a full-time host. So that's been fun. And it's pop culture. It's snark. So, the other stuff I really like. And Grace is into all the new age things. We're going to have a psychic on this week. So that's something that it's on 3 days a week. And, wherever you find your podcast, Spotify.
So you're hosting 3 days a week. That's a lot.
I'm on 2 of the 3. Yeah, we change up, but yeah. So because consistency, you got to put out the content. So yeah, I'm on 2 out of the 3 of LAAF. So I'd love people to check that out because we're working hard on pushing those out, and we've had some fabulous guests. And just people have been asking me to join podcasts for a long time, but the chemistry was just there, and sometimes it works.
Yes, between chemistry and timing and looking if it's the right fit, because yes, you cannot say sure to everything. You just can't. You won't be good at it.
No, you can say yes but you can't say sure.
Yes, and but.
Yes,
and except for yes. And yes, and is more of a feeling than a dead, like all the and I have to explain that to my husband all the time. No, I'm kidding. He's just so cute. But you have been on Laugh Factory. Tell me about some of the other shows that you've been on.
All the clubs here, in LA, and I go to TK's in Dallas quite a bit. Dallas loves me due to my hair because they think I'm coming back to the motherland. Play Park City, Utah a lot, of course, all over Canada. And also in some very, like, I'm one of those people, I do a whole bit on, like, I just do comedy in weird places. And it's so then I feel like a comedy trophy wife whenever I'm in an actual theater or comedy club, that like, that's easy. It's just like, please give me a challenge, because there's a burlesque show and I assumed I'd be opening, and no, I had to go up halfway through the show after 3 women were grinding, wearing like less material than Dane Cook's act. And I had this friend, he was adorable. He's like, Carla, now make sure you stand in the light. And I'm like, who gives a crap? Who wants to hear comedy right now? Like, and they were lovely, thank God. I just got up and said, I don't want me to be here either.
Oh,
that's when I started bringing out Souffle. Souffle started where I'm like, all right, I'm going to bring Souffle to that show. At least she's more in keeping with it. I've done shows at a hospice. I'm like, oh, we're all dying this afternoon. Like, there's just a lot of places where maybe a comedian shouldn't be. And then I make jokes about it afterwards, like at dojos. Right. So, yeah, again, basically wherever somebody needs some funny, I will show up. And
yeah, are you like booked every week?
I try to be. Sometimes it's busier than others, and if not, there are a couple places here just to work out new stuff, especially when a big show's coming up. Like, I had a big showcase last week at the Ice House with a producer from Broadway who said if he liked what he saw, he would do my comedy special. And so, then you want to make sure you're on fire for that one. And so, and I just genuinely love doing it.
And you have comedy specials out, don't you?
I have one in Canada, but the comedy special that I was booked to do was May of 2020. And it just got pushed back so many times that one of the companies went under. The guy and the woman got a divorce. And so this is where this new fellow's come in. And I'm like, look, I don't know what I'm trying to trust the universe, but honest to God, like, at some point I would really like to do this.
Yeah.
So now we're on the mission to it. So I'm just starting up with a new team and hopefully get that taped in the very near future.
Well, I totally see you on something like Live with Regis, but just the bouncy sidekick that can hold up the other person who gets to be just the regular person saying the stuff, and then you get to be the color and the commentary and everything like that. So
color commentator, yeah, I'd like that. I do.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Well, and I met Regis. He was a love. He was terrific.
How
we had
cool.
Great chemistry, and he kept saying how tall I was, and I said, "Reach, I'm worth the climb." That was it for Regis. So
you said you're worth the climb?
Yes. I think it's a line from Happy Days.
I don't know about that, but yes.
I'm not sure if that's an original, but I'm also bogged down by facts, Lisa. So, I mean, I'm happy to take credit for it.
So where can people find you then? If they want to come out and see something you're doing, you're kind of all over the place. So we'll just have to watch on Facebook or Instagram and see where you're headed.
I think, yeah, Instagram's a great place to find me. It's at Carla Collins Comedian, all C words, but the nice kind. At LAAF Podcast and carlacollins.com or comedicmeditation.com.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so they can go to those websites too, and or just the comedy store, the liquor store, it depends where.
Yes, all the stores. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic. But I also want to say it is April. It is humor month, and it is also the month of your birth.
It is, yes.
Is that how humor month came to be? I'm guessing it must be.
I think obviously, again, not bogged
Abe.
down by like, is it the birth of Carla Marie Collins? Yeah, I'm on the last day in April, which is income tax day in Canada. So not really that sexy. Most people are just like, I hate this. And I was like, yay, my birthday. So
But
yes,
you can certainly balance it out for everyone. Again, the color commentary, they'll be like, oh, damn, I had to see my accountant, but I'll just go to Carla's page and cheer up. So it works out.
I was, yeah, as you know, I'm a rescue Caucasian mix. So we don't really know my age. We can only go by the vet's dental records.
Woman, you are just fantastic. I love you.
I love you too. I'm so glad we finally got to talk. I think we
Yes.
should get an RV and tour,
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
I'm getting her gassed up right now, Dara. Hey, and we'll be swinging by and getting you.
Yeah,
You bring the snack mix, and I'll bring the Shasta pop.
perfect. Just you, me, and Munch.
Yes,
We're hitting the road.
absolutely. Just three bitches in an RV.
That's all you need, really. It's beautiful.
I
And that is the sequel to Three Men and a Baby. It's three bitches in an RV. It's right to Amazon Prime, though. It didn't get a theatrical release, sadly. Bezos. Oh,
We're now accepting sponsors. Thank you.
always.
Well, before I let you escape from my grip, I need to know if you have a dare or a prank story that you can share with me, one you've done or had done to you, or one of those fantastic tales we share around the campfire.
Couple things. I don't want to leave you, so
Oh,
I could talk to you for hours. You're a fabulous host.
oh, I love you.
And yeah, I kind of have a prank year about. I love pranks. I think I've mentioned that I'm basically a 14-year-old boy when it comes to many things. But first year university at Western Ontario, my roommate, who we became the best of friends, but we could not have been more opposite. She was clinically shy. And this beautiful, like she ended up, being the executive producer for Peter Mansbridge and CBC, whereas I became a rodeo clown. And I was so outgoing, it was offensive. Like I was aggressively extroverted. Like this is such a calm version. Just imagine me before life got me. Like I was really just knocking on doors and wearing a hat like the Edge from U2. I don't know.
Whoa, that is
So,
offensive.
Yeah, it really, there's so many things. So I was very gregarious and we would prank each other all the time. And also we were an all girls floor. So we were constantly pranking 6-upper. We were 8-upper. But my favorites, I'll just give you the top ones. Again, Heather being very shy, had a beautiful voice and she would sing the Rainbow Connection. So often when she was in the shower, I would steal all her clothes and just leave her with a tiny umbrella. And you would hear, and she would just be like, why are there so many? And I'd skedaddle. I took stitches because we were having crazy water fights and, elaborate pranks. And I'm like, keep this on the down low. I'm trying to be the floor. I wanted to be an RA and a Dawn. And I'm like constantly, I'm in the hospital due to my pranks.
Oh no.
But I put her ugly, horrible childhood bunny that looked like something out of a Chucky horror story in the points thing for, when your mealtime points. And she didn't talk to me for a month. And for the life of me, I've been trying to think of what we did to 6-upper, but we did something to these guys that we were pals with. And it was a really awesome prank. I don't know why I'm blanking on it, but they came in and stole all our underwear and paraded it through the cafeteria.
Ooh.
And we were horrified because we're like 18, 19. And I was like, and I had to give them, I was just talking about that really crossed the line. That's not funny. So, and my friend and I, like a lot of my friends and I still prank each other. Like, so, I mean, I'm going to obviously be in an old age home, like stealing, Bartholomew's bedpan, because apparently I have not grown out of it. My brother and I prank each other all the time. He'll hide my meals. If I leave the room and come back, I'm like, come on. Like, let me go old school.
I know.
Life's short.
It's
gotta prep
harmless as
somebody.
long as nobody's hurt or ends up divorcing over it or, or gets stitches. Apparently that happens. So
Yep.
it can
Yeah.
happen.
Stitches in my hand and my chin. One, because I was limboing on
Oh,
a
no.
dare. And by the way, I was the stitches in the hand, completely sober for the water fight. The limboing stitches incident, a little in my cups.
Ika. So extreme limboing, the new
Yeah,
sport.
the thing. Yeah. I like to be as flexible as George Santos's morals. So I was like, look at me, everybody. Oh,
Your brain.
okay.
I love it.
That was
Oh.
college. That's a good dinner 15 years ago now. So much dog years. Dog years.
Right, exactly. Oh, Carla Collins, I am honored to have chatted with you today, and it hurts. My
Oh,
stomach hurts.
you're wonderful.
But please remember, we can only be strangers once, and that I invite you, and I have a feeling this is fine, to stay weird.
I don't think I have a choice. Thanks for the permission slip, but
There you
I,
go.
I would be weird against your will if I had to.
That's why I love you. Thank you.
Thank you so much. You're a wonderful host,
Oh,
Lisa
oh,
David.
oh, love. Thank you.
Namaste.